Yo, what's going on, guys? Matt here with another video, and I hope everyone's having a great day. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about 3 ways you can get yourself into trucking. When I was at my trucking school, I found myself asking people where they were going to go work at, and a lot of them had no clue at all. And one of the biggest things is getting a job once you get your CDL. A lot of these trucking companies want experience, but that's where I come into play. These are 3 places that I know that if you can apply, that you're most likely going to get in. The first one we're going to look into is the one that I attended, was the Amazon Freight trainee program. Now with this, you get paid to go to school. They'll send you to 160 Driving Academy. I believe it's 6 weeks. You'll take your written test. Once you pass that, you go in the yard, do all that until you pass your actual driving test. You'll get an extra 2 to 4 weeks with Amazon before you're let go on the road. This is really good because for one, you get the experience. 2, you don't have to pay anything. You're getting paid. And 3, you're only working 3 days out of the week. Most of these, you're getting all your hours within 3 days, which is 39 to 40. And if you decide to work an extra day, that's going to be all overtime. So I think that's pretty good. Not to mention, it's only drop and hook, so you don't have to touch any freight. The requirements is just that you be 21 years old, you can pass a DOT physical, and a drug test. So the second one we're going to be looking into is the FedEx Freight Apprentice. So with this one, you do need your learner's permit, but I promise you guys, at least here in Texas, it's not that hard to get. Just study for like a good week, take all the practice exams, and you're set. Now, once you obtain that, you can go apply. If you get the word back, that's great. And you'll be working the dock while you're trying to obtain your CDL. Once you get that, I think they gradually start putting you out on the road until you're like comfortable. I'm not too sure on how it works after, but I do have some FedEx Freight employees that are on this channel. So if you have any information on that, it'd be grateful. You can leave it down in the comment section below. All right, so for the third one, this is the one that I'm currently doing, or at least trying to get into. And this is working for FedEx Express, getting into RTD, which stands for Ramp Transport Driver. So for this one, you don't need anything, but it is seniority based. So someone like me that just started up again, it's probably going to take a while. But since I do have my learner's permit, it does put you ahead of the line. So if you have your CDL as well, that even puts you further ahead for when they look at your application. Now, what I do know about this is whenever you sign up with FedEx Express as a courier, you're usually bound in a contract for a certain amount of time. So for me, I believe it's 2 years. So I have to wait 2 years until I can become a FedEx RTD driver or even be considered. But if they post a job with a waiver, basically saying that, you know, they can waive it off, that contract, and put me in the trucking position, usually if they're in dire need of these truck drivers, they'll have that out. So I'm hoping that one of those comes along so I'm able to get into it. And the benefits that you get, I would say, one, you're working already, so you're already getting paid. All you're doing is just waiting on the right timing. Another thing is that you don't need anything. Now, it does help if you do have stuff, but if you're working as a courier already, you can go just study and take the test whenever you get a chance. And that only helps you out. Every RTD driver I've talked to, they say it's so chill, it's not that bad, and you're home daily. So, I mean, what more can you ask for, right? So those are my 3. I will add a 4th one. Now this is here in Texas, and that's going to be Raider Express. This was going to be the first one I was going to get into, but after doing some research, I decided not to. And that's just because I didn't want to be over the road for like 6 weeks at a time and barely getting at home. But if you don't care about that, definitely look into Raider Express. You don't need anything. Just need to pass your DOT physical, make sure you're not a criminal, and a drug test. So you get those 3 in, they'll be calling you back, because they called me back like real fast and they were ready to start me in their next course. I believe it's like 4 weeks long, so it's even shorter than the one I was in with 160. And you get paid for it. So it's another one of those that you get paid for. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, or if you want to add anything that you might know, leave it in the comment section down below. But other than that, you guys have a good one. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you next time. Peace.